Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Silver Springs police were called to 1217 South Broadway in reference to a burglary. The officer watched a video and knew the offender on sight. The officer went to the last known address for Kerry Ronaldo Duffy Jr. in Silver Springs and, using his mother's cell phone, called Duffy and asked him to meet the officer at the South Broadway location. However, Duffy was located in the 200 block of Parkins Street on foot. In his possession, the stolen property. Duffy is in Hopkins County Jail charged with theft of property less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. He was previously arrested for theft in February, March, and twice in May of this year. Silver Springs City Council meets in special session Friday at noon to conduct a public hearing in council chambers 201 North Davis Street for the proposed tax increase and other items of business. An executive session will be conducted at 11:30 a.m. regarding personnel matters specifically related to the termination of the position of fire chief. An action item regarding the termination is also on the agenda for the special session. Discussion action on public hearing on the second and final reading of ordinance number 2711, an ordinance amending Chapter 21 of the City of Silver Springs Code of Ordinance entitled Streets and Sidewalks by adding Article 5 entitled Right-of-Row Management and Article 6 entitled Wireless Infrastructure Management regulating the physical use, occupancy, and maintenance of city right-of-ways by wireless network providers, describing the purpose, providing definitions, requiring compliance with city design manuals and applicable codes for installation of network nodes and node support poles pursuant to the Texas Local Government Code, providing city procedures for applications for permits, establishing time periods for approval of permit applications, providing application fees and annual public right-of-way rental rates, providing restrictions on placement and network nodes and node support poles in municipal parks, residential areas, historic districts, and design districts, providing indemnity for the city, providing repeal and savings clauses, providing a Texas Opens Meeting Act clause, and providing an effective date of September 1st, 2017. Texas Department of Transportation Plan While You Can campaign seeks to save lives by decreasing alcohol-related crashes in Texas, especially as we approach the Labor Day holiday. With the start of schools in Texas, that campaign takes to the road utilizing a victim of drinking and driving. Sean Carter addresses students regarding his dreams that abruptly ended in 2005 when he got into a truck driven by a friend who had been drinking. The driver caused the truck to hydroplane, striking a tree and causing Sean to suffer a traumatic brain injury that left him unable to walk or talk. He speaks to the students using an iPad that speaks the words he types. He's sharing his story through the Plan While You Drive campaign. In 2016, there were 344 alcohol-related crashes in Texas during the Labor Day holiday weekend, resulting in 12 fatalities and 39 serious injuries. Drivers under the influence of alcohol can face up to $17,000 in fines and fees, jail time, and loss of their license. TxDOT strongly encourages designating a sober driver, contacting a cab or a rideshare service, using mass transit, asking a sober friend or family member for a ride home, or spending the night where you are. Here's Don Julian with sports.
Some former Wildcats football stars showed up to watch the current Wildcats practice outside in the heat Monday afternoon. Observing were quarterback of the state champion Wildcats, Tyreek Rollison, along with former NFL player Keenan Clayton, former receiver Boo Evans, and former safety Sherrard Timmons. The Wildcats are preparing for their first and only scrimmage at Liberty ILO Friday at 7 p.m. Wildcats offensive coordinator Matt Young says LE will provide a good test for his offense due to the pace that they play on defense. He said the Wildcats won't be able to get away with little things and will have to pay attention to details. Coach Young calls it a great opportunity, and he says it's what you want to continue to improve. He says Liberty ILO definitely will reveal where a team's shortcomings are. Coach Young says he'll be watching his team carefully to see their pace of play. He says he's interested in how the offensive line does against the Leopards. Coach Young says he's looking forward to watching running backs, how they handle the ball, and how they do with ball security when they are hit. He says he's not only looking forward to how his receivers catch the ball, but also how well they block. Coach Young is also hoping his top players will get about 40 snaps or more during the scrimmage. Members of the Wildcats and Lady Cats cross-country teams have been busy this summer getting ready for the fall season. On the first day of school, Tuesday, I talked with cross-country coach Ross Hicks.
We've had a good summer. We've basically been training throughout the summer. We've had a good number of kids showing up, both boys and girls, so that's been very encouraging. We had our inter-squad meet this last Saturday, so to see who made varsity, and actually our first meet we're taking the top 8 and we're doing a relay. It's a Green Hill relay. It's an older race. It's each runner runs 1.5 miles, so it's a 6-mile relay. They really enjoy it. It's really good to get the season started. It's something kind of fun, kind of different. There's hay bales on the course, so there's some stuff to jump over. So the kids really enjoy that. But that's our first meet, and then we'll get kind of started with our 5K races after that.
Mm-hmm. When will you have that in Green Hill?
Green Hill, that will be this Saturday. So we're getting started with that. It's in Dallas, so there's a lot of competition. That's why we like to go that way and see some of the competition that we're going to meet at the regional level and hopefully the state level.
How do you like this group this year?
I think we have a very committed group. I tell them all the time, to be a good runner, you have to be committed. You know, if you come in and you run the workouts that I tell you to do, a lot of times you're gonna get better. You're gonna succeed. And so I've really just stressed being consistent in your workouts and your training, and being consistent just in life in general, so that it all kind of flows together. Sleeping, eating, it's just it's a lifestyle with cross country. But I really like the group that we have there. They really understand that, and they're starting to get a grasp on that, and then that they can trickle that down to our newer members, our freshmen, so they can kind of see how our program is run.
Will they be running every day, or?
We will be running not every day. On Monday mornings, we've actually going to the country club to run out there. Then we run Tuesday through Thursday in the mornings here, and on Fridays we just have a real light day typically before our meet, just a kind of a stretch, just kind of a day to work any kinks out, but pretty light. And then our races are typically on Saturdays.
There's somebody, you got a rating from a magazine or something that I thought we were pretty special.
Yeah, we were pretty excited about that. In TX Running, just their preseason rankings had our boys at 5th in the region, top 4 advanced to state. And that's just a preseason ranking, but they noticed that we have all of our boys are returning this year from last year, and they saw that they see that potential in us, and so now we just have to show it in the meets this year.
Yeah, sometimes you have that young team and they kind of take their lumps, but if they hang around long enough, they get a good reputation and they improve, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're hoping. Last year we learned a lot. We didn't perform as well as we wanted to at regionals, and that's been a big motivation for us this year. We were young. We made a few mistakes leading up to regionals, and that day we just, on both the boys and the girls side, we weren't as focused as we needed to be, and so we're really using that as motivation this year to carry us through. And then seeing that ranking, and that made them believe in themselves a little bit more even as well. And because we know we have the ability to advance the state, we just have to put in the work and be consistent.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.